Hello, Internet. Well, I'm making this video to explain why I created those count them two, Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos explaining my philosophy and how I believe the game should be played. You may love them, you may hate them, you may love to hate them. Heck, you may even think that I'm a guy who's trying to ruin Yu-Gi-Oh! For everyone. But no, I'm just trying to make it more fair and explain how I think it should be played. This is just my personal opinion, based on stuff I've observed and stuff I've done against actual people who know what they're doing with the game and just have watched the anime and then threw together a deck and thought that they could use the same rules as the anime. I've been to a few tournaments. I've gotten my ass kicked at several tournaments. But I've also been able to whoop tournaments. I came in second one time. But that was only because it was an odd man out tournament and I didn't have to duel in the final one. Because we didn't have enough players. But that was just at our local card shop. I got nothing against the people at the card shop. I think that they're great people. They have great insight. They know what cards will work in my deck and what cards won't work. The problem is that I like to set myself to strict rules because I want to challenge myself and just not have to resort to what I consider cheap and underhanded tactics, like using link monsters or hand traps, or stuff that my character wouldn't necessarily have access. Yes, I run on 3 copies of Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, but that doesn't mean I'm also going to run Foolish Burial. My character, who originally had that deck, Yuya Sakaki, was born in the Standard Dimension, which later would become the Pendulum Dimension. And no one in the Standard Dimension that we ever saw duel actually used Foolish Burial. That card wasn't introduced until the Fusion Dimension. So, necessarily, technically, Yuya Sakaki would have never had access to that card and would have never implemented it into his deck. Plus, he would have never had any targets to Foolish Burial. Just because I run a card that I can run Foolish Burial in doesn't mean I'm going to, because that would violate the whole rules and would totally be non-canon and fuck up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I know you hate me. You hate me explaining why I do certain things in Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is the only way I can think of to express my way and feelings and my attitude that I take towards dueling. You may have your own thoughts and feelings, and that's fine. Everyone's unique and different. Some people like to run danger decks for their lulls. But some people like me actually want to challenge themselves and fight, because when you're in the heat of battle, and you know that everything relies on that next draw, that could be the card that allows you to turn the tables and utterly decimate your opponent. And boy, there's nothing like it. It makes you feel just like you're part of the anime.